In the shadows of everyday interactions, a subtle predator lurks, cloaked in charm and manipulation. Narcissists don't just hurt people, they control, deceive, and twist minds into submission. They wield power in ways most cannot even comprehend. If you've ever felt trapped in a cycle of emotional confusion, gaslit into believing you're the problem, or as though every fight is somehow your fault, you're not alone. But understanding how these dark psychological tricks work is the first step toward escaping their grip. Welcome to the world of narcissism. But beware, the knowledge you're about to gain can be your ultimate weapon in the fight to regain control. Trick 1, the love bombing, the sweet poison. In the beginning, it feels like a fairy tale. Words of love, adoration, and validation flow from their lips like honey. Narcissists often use love bombing to overwhelm their targets with affection, gifts, and attention, creating an illusion of the perfect relationship. They make you feel like you are the center of their universe, showering you with praise until you can't imagine life without them. But this is just the first step in a calculated manipulation to hook you in. How to fight back? Recognize that this isn't real love, it's a tactic. Realize that the intensity is a manipulation, not affection. When they overwhelm you with positivity, it's often a prelude to later control and abandonment. Stay grounded and set boundaries early. No one should overwhelm you with love to the point that it's suffocating. Trick 2, gaslighting, the distortion of reality. The narcissist twists your perception, making you doubt your own sanity. They subtly deny your experiences, misinterpret your actions, and even lie about things you know to be true. Over time, you begin to question your own memories, your reality, and, ultimately, your mind. Gaslighting is one of the most insidious forms of psychological control because it erodes your self-trust and leaves you vulnerable. How to fight back? Trust yourself. Keep a journal of events, conversations, and feelings. Documentation is a tool narcissists can't take away from you. When they manipulate the truth, refer back to your notes. Self-validation is key to retaining your sense of reality. Trick 3, the silent treatment, the weapon of isolation. When a narcissist feels slighted or in control, they resort to the silent treatment, an emotionally abusive tool that shuts you out entirely. By withholding communication, they force you into a state of anxious uncertainty, making you crave their approval and presence. The silent treatment can last for days or even weeks, creating an emotional void that pushes you into submission. How to fight back? Don't chase after them. Silence is their power, don't let them control your emotions with isolation. Use this time to focus on yourself. If the narcissist is avoiding you, avoid engaging. Understand that they want to see you suffer, so take the opportunity to reclaim your peace. Trick 4, projection, blaming you for their flaws. Narcissists are expert manipulators when it comes to projecting their own negative traits onto others. If they're selfish, they'll accuse you of being self-centered. If they lie, they'll accuse you of being dishonest. This deflection of blame serves to protect their fragile egos while making you feel responsible for everything wrong in the relationship. This tactic serves to keep you on the defensive, constantly trying to prove your innocence or worth. How to fight back? Don't internalize their accusations. Recognize that they are projecting their flaws onto you. If they accuse you of being selfish, take a step back and assess the situation. Most likely, it's them who is acting out of self-interest, not you. Trick 5, the triangulation, creating conflict to divide and conquer. Triangulation is when a narcissist pits people against each other to create jealousy, tension, and control. They might subtly talk about an ex, a friend, or someone from their past to manipulate how you feel. This tactic creates a competitive dynamic where you're always trying to prove yourself worthy of their affection, while they thrive on the drama and conflict they've orchestrated. How to fight back? Don't engage in the conflict. See it for what it is, an attempt to control you by dividing your attention and loyalty. If they bring up others to create insecurity, stay calm and centered. Ask yourself, Why are they trying to make me feel this way? Trick 6. The narcissistic rage, when control slips away. When a narcissist feels their control slipping, they lash out with narcissistic rage, an explosive reaction to a perceived threat. Whether it's a harsh criticism or a subtle slight, they will explode in anger or frustration, belittling you, blaming you, and making you feel worthless. This rage is intended to reassert their dominance, striking fear into you and forcing you back into submission. How to fight back? Stand firm in your boundaries. Do not apologize or shrink back. The narcissist's rage is an attempt to regain control, but you have the power to remain unshaken. Do not respond with anger, respond with calm, unwavering certainty. Don't let their emotional volatility dictate your peace. Trick 7. The hoovering, pulling you back in. After they've discarded you, the narcissist will often use hoovering to pull you back into their orbit. They might send a text, a gift, or an apology, anything to draw you back into their web. The purpose is to maintain their control over you, keeping you on a leash, even if it's only for their own amusement or need for validation. How to fight back? Recognize that the hoovering is a cycle, not a moment of genuine change. Don't fall for their manipulation. If you've broken free, stay free. Cut all contact, if possible, and if you must engage, keep interactions brief and strictly business. The war for your mind and your soul is real, and the tools narcissists use are powerful. But with awareness, strength, and boundaries, you can fight back. Don't let their tactics define you. Empower yourself with the knowledge of these dark psychology tricks, and reclaim your control. The first step is understanding, the second is walking away. You are worth more than the manipulation and gaslighting. Stand tall.